Test.
All right. Welcome to MID's Introduction to Website Design class. I'm Brandon Kish.
Anthony Freds.
And we're excited to record this video offering this web design course online is pretty new at MID, and we're going to have fun this semester. There are going to be pre-recorded videos like this one throughout the semester, and there will also be live streaming experiences throughout. In the past, we've used Twitch in this course, but since we have 2 instructors this semester, we're talking about using Zoom for conferencing so that we can all be in a room together. No matter what technology we use, by the way, for the live streams, we will try our best to record those and post the links for everyone to review afterwards. This is my 4th year teaching web design at MID. Before that, I taught CIS 100 and CIS 130 for a couple years. Those classes focus more on Microsoft Office and database systems. Teaching has been my side hustle, so to speak. Web design has been my favorite subject matter because it's been a theme of my day job and of my professional career. I picked up an HTML in 24 hours book about 20 years ago, and I haven't looked back. I'm currently the director of programming at Mid-Michigan College, and my team at the college helps maintain the college website. In this class particularly, you're going to see that I love to share examples of how we've built midmich.edu along the way.
I started teaching at CMU, web design, multimedia production, 3D modeling and animation, and then most recently here, this class in a face-to-face setting. And I'm the Chief Information Officer at the college.
Yeah, we work together a lot.
Yeah.
With this being an online class, Moodle is going to be our central organization tool. The syllabus is located at the top, but we've also posted our contact information over on the right-hand side of Moodle. At the top along the right-hand side, we have links to several resources that are going to be extremely valuable throughout the course. We're going to talk about Atom next week in class, and I can't wait to show you that. It's going to save you a lot of time. But I also want to point out Slack. There is a separate video recorded and posted in week 1 that you'll need to watch because Slack is going to be our online chat room for us to communicate back and forth. We can talk as a group. We can talk with other web design students that are taking the class, maybe in another class. And if you want to get a hold of either Anthony or me, I recommend using Slack. So go watch that video. Lynda.com is also listed here on the right-hand side, and it is something special to MID. Our college subscription gives you access to hundreds, if not thousands, of video training clips and full video courses. If you want to learn something, search lynda.com for up-to-date video demonstrations. We're going to be linking to courses about web topics throughout the semester to supplement our textbook. I use lynda.com myself because I'm a very visual learner. Anthony, I know you've used it before.
I've been using Lynda since they came out in CD form in the 90s. And I learned most of the fundamental things that I know from lynda.com courses. So I highly recommend it.
Sometimes we'll be sharing few-minute clips. Sometimes there will be multiple-hour courses for you to watch and practice with. The cool thing about lynda.com is there are exercise and solution files available for you when you practice. I'm a programmer at the college, like I said, and this is a resource that my team uses to learn new techniques. It's honestly the best-kept secret for art, technology, or business topics at MID. So please explore it and use it in your other classes as well.
How much does this cost them?
The cost to you? Free. $0. You should use it
just by being
all the
a
time.
student at the college, they can access all that stuff?
Yeah, all students at the
sweet.
college can use it. The rest of our Moodle shell is organized in a box per week. You'll be able to see a list of weekly tasks for every week. All you have to do is click on the topic. So I'm going to click on the Welcome and Internet 101 topic here. And you're going to see an overview and task list posted at the very top. You can click on that to see exactly what you have to do every week. All of the resources and assignments and activities that you have to complete are going to be organized below the task list. But the task list is definitely the first place you should go. All right, now back to the syllabus. There are a couple things that I want to point out in here. At the top, you'll see that it contains our contact information, and it has our course description, our information about our textbook, information about the software that you'll need. But like all good syllabi, it includes a breakdown of how grading is going to work. Keep in mind that we're both going to commit to using Moodle for the gradebook this semester. We want all of you to double check your grades throughout the semester. If you ever have any questions, you can contact either of us. The Slack tool is going to be a great way to contact us. Keep in mind that attendance has to be reported at the college even for online classes, and we're going to be measuring your participation and attendance by the completion of the assignments and the activities that we have by the posted deadlines. So please keep those in mind. Generally speaking, deadlines are every Friday. All right, so let's talk about what you're going to be doing in the class and how your grade is going to be broken up. Journals are going to account for about 5% of your grade. Think of these as mini papers or reflections. It's our way to know how you are doing throughout the semester. So we want your feedback in here, and we're going to have questions that will ask you to reflect on the weekly topics. No makeups are allowed past their deadlines. 45% of your course grade is going to be made up of other exercises, activities, and challenges. Some of these are going to be directly out of the textbook. Some of them are going to be practice projects that we've created, and there's other fun things along the way too. There is a midterm project in this course, and it is worth 20% of your course grade. You're going to be applying some CSS skills for the midterm, and we'll have more details to share about that later on. The whole course culminates in a final project, which is worth 30% of your final grade. You're going to be applying everything that you've learned throughout the semester, and I can't wait to see the final projects that you build.
It's a great project.
I want to talk about a few other parts of the syllabus right now in the video. Let's talk about weekly student effort. The body that allows our college to grant degrees and certificates, even the new web design certificate that we offer online at Mid-Michigan College, expects that students are going to spend 6 to 9 hours on their coursework for a 3 credit hour class every week. That's how many credit hours our class is. So please plan accordingly. In the first journal assignment, you're going to share a plan that you put together for how you're going to accommodate our coursework into your personal schedule.
Set aside time for the course.
Absolutely.
Every week.
So we look forward to reading your plans in the first week. Let's talk about late work. Late work is bad, obviously. We won't accept late work unless you talk to us or communicate with us before the deadline. That's really important. As I mentioned above, there are some assignments like journals that we just won't accept late. Let's talk about the support that the college is going to provide you. We have some great resources on campus. If you've never heard of the LLS, the Library and Learning Services, they're a great place on campus. Harrison and Mount Pleasant both have an LLS on campus. I have heard that the LLS offers tutors, and in past semesters we've had previous web design students that are available for tutoring web design students. So consider contacting them if you need more assistance. At the end of one more thing I wanted to mention. Keep in mind that there is a special, let's see, where is it? Lost my place. Oh yeah, there is a reserved computer lab for web design students, actually for all art and graphic design students too. If you haven't seen it before, it's on the 3rd floor in Mount Pleasant. It's a small kind of private lab. There are no courses taught in there as far as I'm aware, and as long as the college is open, you can stop by that lab and use it. You can contact the help desk if you need to get in and access it, but it has all of the software that you will need to complete this course. All right, so at the very end of the syllabus, we have a tentative course outline. As you can see, we have an aggressive pace for the course. We need to cover what I like to refer to as the Trinity of web design. So you'll see that we're going to cover HTML and CSS right away, and then we'll talk about JavaScript a bit later in the semester. Our goal is to get you building web pages as soon as possible and to practice as much as possible so that you can make a great final website. Before we end the video, I want to scroll up a little bit to the middle of the syllabus where we talk about the outcomes of the course. Think of the outcomes as our promise to you about what's going to be covered and what you'll be able to do when you successfully complete this class. First and foremost, you're going to learn a little bit about how web browsers work and how web developers build web pages. You're going to learn a little bit about the roles that you might have as a web designer. We'll compare that to how the website is created here at Mid and talk about the different roles on campus that support the website. And then you're going to start building web pages. You're going to code, and there's going to be a lot of code.
Please don't be intimidated by the code. Everybody's a little intimidated by the code when they first see it, but I promise that at some point you'll look at it and you'll feel very comfortable. It's not going to be on the first week. Give it some time.
And we're here to support you through that. We have some activities planned that will help you start reading HTML markup just like it's the Matrix. Like you're going to start seeing things in code. We're going to focus then on design. After you build a web page and its content, you need to make it look good. And we're going to talk about cascading style sheets as the second component of that web design trinity. And we're also going to talk about color theory during that week as well. As you're writing code, HTML and CSS, you need to make sure that you're writing correct code. And we're going to show you how to spot errors, how to troubleshoot, and how to use some online validators. You're also going to be applying what you learn as you build web pages to deconstruct web pages that are on the internet. You use the web all the time. We're going to give you some tools to dissect those web pages and learn how they were built. And that's really the best way to learn web design. You're going to learn how to add images, video, multimedia, and fonts to a web page. And we're going to spend some time later in the semester talking about how to add a layer of interactivity with JavaScript. Throughout the whole course, we're going to continue reminding you and talking about how you can make sure that your web page works across a broad spectrum of devices, from mobile phones to desktops, all while maintaining accessibility standards, because institutions like MID and our website have to adhere to accessibility standards to allow their content to be accessed by people with a variety of technology and disabilities. All of this culminates in a final project like we described. When this course was first imagined as an art course, it was designed around the premise of building a portfolio. So if you're a graphic design student, you can of course build your own portfolio as a web page. That's great for this course. But we've also seen students build a final website that serves as a single piece inside a bigger portfolio. And that's fine too. And there's actually a lot of variety in final projects. I've seen students build club websites, personal blogs,
business websites for family or friends. Lots of different options for that final project.
The final project is your time to shine. You're going to apply everything that you've learned throughout the semester, and we can't wait to see what you build. Thanks for watching.
Looking forward to it.